Shedson 317 here, and today we are going to be. Oh, your camera went out.
Oh yeah, my dad texted me, so I think I gotta see.
Okay. But anyway, in the meantime, we are going to be. I didn't think we'd be doing this early on, but the
Yeah,
CNN website has provided, I think, a pretty neat tool where we can do sort of like one of those March Madness brackets with potential candidates in the
you know,
election of
you know who I think would
2028.
be okay. I want to test something.
Mm-hmm.
You know that JD Vance thing he just texted? You know where he broke the trophy?
Oh yeah.
I don't think he completely broke it. Like he
Yeah,
may have,
just like that, he just separated from the top and the bottom.
he
The
didn't break it. It's more like breaking a Lego set in that
You
yeah
think he could put it back together?
yeah you can put it back together essentially.
All right. Hopefully
Also,
that's
it's
true for their sake.
technically speaking, it's more shoddy workmanship that broke it, since
I mean, yeah,
those
that's,
things are supposed to be Vance proof, dude.
but no,
But no.
not much really is. Anyway,
Yeah.
speaking of, he's on here.
Wait, what?
He's on the bracket.
Oh, I thought you said on the stream.
No, he's not on the stream. He is not on the stream. That'd be pretty cool though.
Imagine. Also, yeah, I'm gonna also. So I found out something insane.
Yeah.
Remember that Rick Ashley parody?
Yeah,
I
I
can't
do.
believe they actually made him say that,
Me too.
and yet somehow it's still up.
Well,
YouTube. Actually, this may sound weird, but I'm kind of glad it's still up because it shows just how deranged humanity is.
yeah, it
It
does.
should be
Anyway.
up as a warning to what the dangers of AI serve.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna screen share and then we'll get into this.
Okay. But yeah, regardless. So since it's still up, wow, that's Interstellar.
Yeah, it looks like Interstellar. It also looks like Space Odyssey, if you ask me.
Yeah, I guess. But you know what would be cool?
What?
Okay, let me show you something I found. Huh? Okay, let me find it again. Oh wow! Oh, you just made me picture something. Also, did you hear about the news about 4chan?
What happened to 4chan this time?
Well, it's not something they did, but something that was discovered about the mods.
Did the mod do something he shouldn't?
No, well, sort of. They did the unforgivable in 4chan's eyes.
What's that?
They were working with the U.S. government.
Oh, gee. So the government is trying to put a honeypot on 4chan?
I mean, I guess.
All right.
So yeah, luckily for me, I mostly just post just stupid memes.
Mm-hmm. I've
Yeah,
been
like
thinking about joining 4chan for some time now. I've been too scared to do it because I'm worried they're gonna try to mess with me in real life. But
no, 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 no. As long as you don't post your face, I don't think they care. Like you're completely anonymous there. Here's the beauty of 4chan. You're anonymous,
unless
and
you don't want to be,
what?
unless you don't want to be.
Yeah, the only way to really attack you is if you do something they don't like, or if you're Chris Chan.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think Chris Chan ever even joined Reddit.
Well,
Or I'm not Reddit, 4chan. Whoops. I
they
got
don't.
my
They only
disgusting
attack.
sites mixed up.
Okay, so 4chan, I feel like they no longer attack weird individuals because of Chris Chan. Okay, maybe scratch that. They do sometimes make fun of weird individuals, but not that far now.
All right.
Let's just say this: 4chan, it's a weird website, one in which you really don't know what you're gonna get, and that's what I love about it.
All right.
You,
Anyway.
you really have to check it out for
All right.
yourself.
Anyway.
It's bad, but it's also good.
All right. I'll get
It's
things
the
on
old
track now.
internet.
All right.
It's basically the internet. It's basically a Wild West.
All right. Here we go. Welcome to CNN's 2028 presidential bracket.
You know
The
what I
best
think
of
would be good?
What?
Just okay. Quick question.
Hmm.
I know CNN's full of propaganda and whatnot, but like,
Well, this
is this
site I checked it out before. It's kind of neutral. You can pick who you
oh
want.
so it's phew. I was just worried that they were gonna do something like, okay, JD Vance is winning. We gotta put in a
No,
sex
you we get
scandal.
that's the beauty of this. We get to pick. This has no the site itself has no bias.
Oh,
All right.
I
The
thought
best.
I thought this was gonna say JD Vance is winning, so we put in a sex scandal or
No,
something.
no, no. No, this
Wait,
is just
I
our
hope I didn't
predictions.
I hope I didn't like jinx myself.
I hope you didn't either for your sake. Anyway, the best of college basketball and politics come together for a 2028 presidential bracket challenge. We
You know,
selected
we
a
could get
starting
more. You
field.
know what the best part is?
What?
I don't like CNN, but I like this already.
All right. We've selected a starting field of potential presidential candidates, 16 Democrats and 16 Republicans. Choose a winner from each round to pick the next president of the United States.
All
All
right,
right, here we go. How should we approach this? Should we do all the Democrats, then all the Republicans, or should we alternate?
let's alternate so that it's fun here that way.
All right. Up first, we have Kamala Harris versus Tim Walz. Who's your
Okay, I'm
prediction?
just gonna say this. I feel like Tim Waltz is something that Kamala Harris has things that Tim Waltz doesn't. Tim Waltz is an old white guy and who lied about being in the well, yeah, he was in the military, but he lied about serving in wars. Just as an FYI, the military does
Yeah.
not like him that well. And I know what else he did?
What do you do?
Okay, so he's also incredibly immature. I mean, he started a whole entire riot against Tesla because he doesn't like Elon Musk.
Oh,
I
well,
feel like he's
everyone's been doing
responsible for
that.
fire bombs because he says we gotta cause something to drop Elon stock or something.
I,
Basically, he is really unlike with Kamala, who is kind of unlikable. At least she'll be perceived much nicer than Tim
yeah, I feel
because
like
Tim is basically I don't know. He's like the he's basically a lot of things that people don't like.
I feel like if Kamala runs, she's lost some momentum from when she lost last year, but I don't think Tim is going to be the one to stop her. So I think
Yeah,
we'll
but I'm
move
just gonna say
Kamala to
this.
the
I
next
feel like
round.
Tim, he's just people don't like him all around the board, except for a few. But those people, I mean, do you like him,
I mean, I think he's all right. I think he's fine.
dude? Let me just say one thing. Tim, I feel like didn't he have like an emotional outburst on a news network?
I don't recall.
Like I sent you the video.
Oh, no, I think
Um,
they were yelling at him.
no, I think he was. I don't like I remember like I don't fully remember the video, but nonetheless, it's still not a very good look for a vice president. Like, say what you want about the you didn't say please incident. At least JD Vance had. At least that was slightly less embarrassing than getting wrecked on your own news network.
Anyway, speaking of, our first for the Republicans is J.D. Vance versus Josh Hawley.
I think we all know who's going to win this
I
one.
think Vance is pretty clearly a
Like, I
front
don't even
runner
know
over
who
him.
Josh Hawley is, because, for one, like, do
He's
you even
the
know
he's
him?
a senator from Missouri.
Missouri. Oh my god. Is he fat?
It doesn't look like it from this image.
Oh. He ain't a senator from Missouri then.
Fair enough. All right, JD
So, yeah,
Vance is
he
moving
doesn't.
on.
So, yeah.
All right, up next, AOC versus Ruben Gallego.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know Ruin Bigego, but I know AOC. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna like her.
I don't. I feel like when she runs, I think I'll go with Ruben because I don't think it'll be AOC this time. I think
Yeah,
she'll go when she's like a
AOC,
little
let me just
older.
say one thing about her.
Yeah.
AOC probably should get a bit of a like. I get that it's great that they have a young candidate in the party, probably the youngest of the serving senators, I think.
One of
But
them.
like, just because she's young doesn't mean she's smart.
All right.
Like, some of her takes are genuinely baffling to me. Like, she wants to get rid of electric cars, but yet she wants to get rid of gas too.
Hmm.
Like, yeah,
Maybe not both at once.
she has a lot of weird thoughts.
Maybe she only wants to get rid of Elon's cars.
Yeah, okay, but like, you want to know what else she did? That's kind of contradictory.
What?
She wants people to ride in public transport for the rest of their lives, but yet she doesn't.
Huh.
She is by and large the dumbest and most hypocritical. Like, there's a reason why people genuinely don't think she's going to be that good.
All right.
Plus,
So I guess
yeah, I mean,
Ruben's moving to the next round. Ruben Gallego.
yeah, I don't know much about Rugen, but
He's a senator from Arizona, a new one.
Arizona, wow. I mean, if you're able to survive hell, I guess you gotta be somewhat gifted.
Yeah. All right. Next round. Nikki Haley versus Ted Cruz.
Um, hmm. Ted Cruz. You know, Ted Cruz sounds a lot like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know much about either of them, believe it or not. Like, keep in mind, I know a bit. I'm more of a normie when it comes to political discussion. Like, I,
Well, we
I,
have
I
the
only
former
engaged in
governor
like,
of South Carolina and a senator from Texas.
okay, a senator from Texas. I feel like, okay, I'm just gonna say this.
I feel like
If
he's
it,
got more ambition to be president than her, at least.
yeah. Besides, I mean, Texas. I'll just say this: if he's from Texas, I'm pretty sure he beat her at everything because Texas good at, well, scratch that. Texas lost at the Alamo.
Yeah, but
You know,
still.
fun fact. You know why? You know Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that's called Six Flags because of the Six Flags over Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I thought?
What?
If they built a roof over the Alamo, it would have been called Four Flags.
Whoa.
I know.
All right, Ted's moving on. Next, Wes Moore versus Andy Bashir.
Uh huh. Westmore. God, I don't know any of these people.
He's the
Okay.
governor of Maryland.
Maryland. Ah, our forgotten state.
And Andy Bashir is, get this, the Democratic governor of Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, like a state that's usually pretty far to the right has a
I
Democratic
mean,
governor
look. All I'm
currently.
gonna say here is if he's the okay. Quick question:
Yeah,
Is he? If is the senator of Kentucky? Does he look like the
governor of
colonel?
Kentucky.
Does he look like the colonel?
Not really.
Dang. I was gonna make a joke, but now I can't.
But anyway, I
Let's
feel
get
like
on.
he's probably a stronger candidate if he has more broad appeal.
Yeah,
I think I'll
probably.
move him up. Up next, Marco Rubio versus Tom Cotton.
Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Marco Rubio, but I know his name, so
Yeah.
that.
Also, he's the Secretary of State right now.
Oh yeah.
So they might be moving him up.
Yeah. You want to know something cool?
What?
Today's the last day of bowling.
Oh, really?
Well, for one of my leagues.
Oh, hey,
Oh, hey.
CEO of Yo Mama.
Oh, hey.
All right.
Look, all I'm gonna say here is, look, I made a lot of dumb mistakes in my life, and honestly, I don't even know why I do. But sometimes I feel like it's best if I just try and let the past die, while kind of keeping a memento of it.
All right. Next
Yeah.
is Gavin Newsom versus Stephen A. Smith.
Okay, I hate to say it, but Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, he's
Because although
been
Gavin
losing
Newsom
some
was not
momentum, but I feel like
fi-
he's a
oh
pretty
hey,
clear front runner.
oh, Sienna just sent the chicken donkey thing. Okay, you
To
want to hear
you?
what I was gonna say about you know, about Gavin Newsom?
What?
Although he sucked at his job, you want to know what you want to know what the thing about him that pisses me off the most?
What about him?
He is rebranding himself, and you know how he has this
I
podcast
think that's
now?
kind of a strategy, actually. He's trying to move more towards the center.
Yeah, I feel like
I
that's the
think that
thing that
might be
pisses me
what
off the
gets him
most.
there.
It's the fact I don't know if he's being sincere or not, or if this is all just like a PR move. But if so,
It
it's
seems to be
still
helping him.
incredibly suspicious that he's also isn't it kind of a little bit annoying that it's like days after the fires he just starts a freaking podcast instead of, building the
Well, it
state back
was.
up.
Well, I think
Like,
that's more behind the scenes work.
yeah, I know. It's just like a podcast, really, dude. Like, save that for for like celebrities who don't have politics. Like, maybe they're like, I know you don't really care for Joe Rogan, but at least Joe Rogan
Well, I
isn't
don't
in
hate Joe
charge of our.
Rogan. I think he's just kind of there.
I'll be honest here. I feel like Joe Rogan's probably like, if it weren't for the Democratic Party outing him, he would still be a Democrat.
Well, I feel like he's always been an independent, and that hasn't really
Well,
changed.
yeah, but the thing is, I feel like he's a lot more left leaning than right leaning even now.
Yeah, I agree.
Like let's look at this way. If it were Bernie running, would he have who would he have on his podcast then?
Probably. I mean, Bernie's been on the show before.
Yeah, but would Trump be on it this time? Like he
Maybe
didn't
not.
allow him on his he like remember when Trump was trying to get reelected last time, he said no because I think Bernie was going to get reelected. He fought. So if the Dems tried to play Bernie again, I feel like Joe wouldn't have let Trump on the podcast.
Maybe.
So what I'm saying here is basically you should probably not try to piss off the most powerful men in your party.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just saying Bernie's essentially the only thing keeping the Democratic Party. Like he's
I think
basically
he's
the
trying to pass the torch to AOC.
like
And besides, he's an independent anyway.
yeah, and didn't Bernie actually say something's I think Bernie's actually now starting to like Trump surprisingly.
No, I think he made a video basically where he was walking down the street, basically bashing him for like helping Russia and stuff. Trust me, he still does not like him.
Yeah, but he said Trump had a point occasionally, so
I'm not sure what he meant by that. But anyway, up next, Huckabee Sanders versus Tim Scott.
Tim Scott,
I agree.
I
Yeah, I don't think it'll be her.
yeah, honestly, you know what I realized?
I don't know why she's even here.
Hey, you want to hear something I saw on like X or Sitter?
What?
So I saw someone posted something saying, why didn't you guys vote for Kamala? She's a MILF."
She's
And I was
not even a
like,
mother.
well, yeah, I'm like that. Well, yeah, I didn't think that because I thought, well, I forgot that she wasn't a mother. Like I thought,
She's a
okay,
stepmother.
well, yeah, I forgot that MILF included mother, but you know what I actually thought? I was
What?
like, are you saying you voted for someone because sex? It's the
Maybe.
stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's like,
Well, people can vote as they will.
yeah, but
Anyway,
then someone said, maybe we should have. Then I saw someone reply, maybe we should have a Republican porn star run for next year's election.
we'll see what
And
Stormy
then
thinks.
someone said, nah, Reddit would change their standards in a Swift. Yeah, basically, what I'm trying to say here is say what you want about Twitter. At least there, from what you've seen, it's at least somewhat. You can at least find left-leaning things.
Oh yeah.
But on Reddit, well, a lot of the right-leaning subreddits have been taken down, including stuff that I don't even get why it was taken down, like the Chungus.
Anyway.
I don't know why they took that down. Like, I mean, I heard they took it down, so I didn't do that much research. But yeah,
Anyway, up next, Gretchen Whitmer versus Rahm Emanuel.
I don't know these people.
Definitely Gretchen Whitmer is maybe the most popular governor working today.
Okay, what did they do?
What did she do? Well, she she ran Michigan. She probably
Oh, she's
was a
from
runner.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I heard they living in Mad Max times.
yeah, but still, they looked her. A lot of people thought that she should have been the nominee instead of Harris. I remember in
I know.
twenty-twenty-four.
It's like you chose the most unlikable woman as your nominee. It's like, seriously, it's like, I mean, say what you want about Trump being unlikable. Harris was just, she was plastic. Trump was a cactus, because at least cactuses are real. She
Plastic's
was
real.
what?
You can look all over the place and find plastic. Look at
Plastics
this.
aren't artificial. Trump's unlikability is real unlikability. Harris's unlikability is artificial unlikability. You get what I mean?
Right.
Look, she refused to be on interviews or Well, I mean, she was on interviews, but she refused to be on podcasts, which were unedited.
I think her campaign kind of screwed her over in that regard. Anyway,
Yeah.
up next, Ron DeSantis versus Donald Trump Jr.
Okay, I'm
Trump
just gonna
Jr.
say
since
this.
said he refused to run.
Okay, I'll just say this. I feel like Ron DeSantis is probably a rhino. Okay, you want to hear what a rhino is?
Republican in name only.
Yeah, oh, you actually do know that.
I'm
Well,
not
okay,
sure if
so
I agree
I
with
heard,
that
I saw a
take.
video that showed Ron DeSantis was really critical of Trump, like he was hating on him for a while. Keep in mind, Trump gave him his job. Wow.
I think since then, though, he's moved probably further to the right than almost anyone on this list.
Yeah, but like, still, I have more trust that Barron will probably wait. Was it Barron?
Barron is Trump's youngest son. He's not going to be old enough to be president for a while.
Yeah. Well, okay. If Barron ever runs, here's what I think will happen.
What?
I feel like if Barron were to become our president, well, if you thought JFK's assassination was suspicious, well,
You think he'd get assassinated?
well, I mean, let's just say Trump almost got assassinated. It's like a family tradition. It's probably going to be like a family tradition at that point.
Maybe.
I mean,
Anyway.
let's just say this: if Trump's son gets almost shot, or does get shot, let's just say it's a family tradition. Okay.
All right. Anyway, up next, Pete Buttigieg versus Cory Booker. Definitely Cory Booker.
Okay, Cory Booker.
He gave the longest filibuster in Senate history a few weeks ago.
Oh, filibuster. I heard of those from Blood Meridian, but other than that, yeah.
Basically, he gave a long speech to prevent the Trump administration from getting anything done.
Oh, yeah.
He spoke for 25 hours and 18 minutes.
Wait, he spoke that long?
He spoke that long just to stop the Trump administration from getting their agenda through.
Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted.
In one sitting?
In one sitting.
No water?
Well, maybe a sip every now and again.
Okay, quick question. If he spoke that long... Okay, yeah, okay. I heard Eminem has lungs that are impressive. That guy has probably better lungs than Eminem.
Yeah, Cory Booker proved it. I mean, by the end, he sounded kind of winded.
But, like, if you could talk that long, like...
He might just talk his way into the presidency at this rate.
You know who else? Yeah, probably. You know who I think? Okay. You know what I think we should probably do as you know what I think would be a funny idea?
What?
Let's see which lolcow would be most likely to become president after
That's
this.
an idea for another day. I
That's
think Daniel
like
Larson. I mean, there are president memes about him everywhere.
okay, besides Daniel, let's say Daniel already became president,
Oh,
which
who would be vice president?
oh yeah.
Probably World of T-shirts because they've canonically met.
Okay, let's say okay, let's just say all right, never mind. Okay, never mind that then. It's a bad idea.
All right.
Anyways,
Anyway, up next, Brian Kemp versus Elsie Stefanik. I don't think either of these are likely to get are going to be president.
let's just pick the likely
Um,
I don't know.
I feel like I feel like Elsie, since she's managed to hold an
Question.
elected office from a left-leaning state as a Republican for years. I guess I'll move
I
her up one.
yeah,
She's from New York.
I
And she's
guess.
been a representative there, getting reelected every 2 years for 10 years now.
Anyway, so fun fact, I have a TikTok now.
I know.
I was just telling the chat, which seems to be dead.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
up next, our own JB Pritzker versus John Fetterman.
Oh, fun fact, I actually post. Oh well, this was on my mom's Facebook, but
Yeah.
I posted a very mean thing to Pritzker because of COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so basically, I called him Governor Pretzel.
Oh, that's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, basically, I was wearing a mask saying, "I hope this post doesn't make me disappear," but like,
You're still
I don't
here.
like you, Governor Pretzel. I couldn't say any bad words because Mom Facebook, remember?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like John Fetterman doesn't really want to be president either, so I guess I'll move Pritzker up one.
Yeah, I'll be honest here. John Fetterman, like, why is that guy even on the Democrats at this point? Like, he seems more like a Republican. Like, he has the hallmarks, like a a near head injury. Well, you get what I mean.
Bruh.
I mean, Trump got one. He has
Well,
one.
to be fair, Kennedy got one, and he's a Democrat. He was a Democrat when he was alive.
Well, yeah, but like, doesn't Kennedy? You know what I find funny?
What?
A lot of these political debates, like the political thing, like remember, the KKK used to be a Democrat thing. Now it's Republican, I think.
Yeah, most
Like I'm not entirely sure because I
it
still
shifted many years ago.
like I'm pretty sure that KKK is like by unison because everyone's racist.
Uh,
Well, every party has some racist. I mean,
I mean, not everyone's racist.
yeah, that's what I mean. Every party has racists, and it's probably the KKK's. You know what I
Uh,
just realized?
what?
If wait, does the KKK like Kanye?
I don't know.
Well,
Probably
if they
not.
like him, does that defeat the whole like? You know what I find even more funny?
What?
A bunch of the newer white supremacists are not even white people anymore. Like I went on X and there's this one jerk. I follow him not because I agree with him, but mostly just to see what this loser gets up to. You want to see it? Okay, so he's a Mexican who's a white supremacist.
Are
You
you
want to
sure
know what?
he's doing it in earnest?
I don't even know. Like he posts memes about how we should reinstitute segregation and whatnot.
Something tells me he's not doing it in earnest.
Okay, well there are other examples like Stone Toss. He's like Puerto Rican.
He's definitely not in earnest. I don't know what he's in, but he's
Wait,
like in his own reality.
yeah. Honestly, the only reason he's gotten away with it is because he's funny.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Like I'm not racist. It's just the fact that he can make funny jokes while simultaneously. Just pull up one of his comics. You'll see.
I'll get to that later, but we gotta get to the test can. Up next, Greg Abbott versus Kristi Noem.
Hmm. Maybe.
I feel like Kristi Noem might surprise us, actually. She's been probably one of the most active members of the cabinet as far as
Okay.
giving interviews, promoting things, stuff like that.
Yeah, honestly, out of all the Republicans, I feel like JD Vance the most likely.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. All right. Kristi Noem's moving on. Up next, the last first round for the Democrats, Josh Shapiro versus Gina Raimondo.
Wait, Shapiro, is he related to Ben?
No, not that I know of. I think Shapiro's just a common last name.
Oh wow.
Maybe like some very ancient ancestor, but not very
You know
closely.
what? You know, I know something insane.
What?
It's just because of Ben, I no longer see that name as just another Jewish name. It's now Ben Shapiro.
Me neither.
Your name is Shapiro. Are you sure you're not related?
Well, either way, I think we'll move him on because he was a top contender before Kamala came out with a nomination.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's a top contender now still.
Okay.
All right, last one of round one. Feels like we've been at this forever. Glenn Youngkin versus Doug Berman.
Actually, we've been at this for 30 minutes.
Oh wow, we better speed this up.
Okay.
All right. I feel like these are both just kind of meh.
Let's just do meh.
I guess Doug would probably be a bit more likely.
I mean, after all, that is a Pixar character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what's insane about Pixar? Like
What?
You know that Win or Lose series that honestly
Haven't seen it.
You've seen it?
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it either. Like I don't have Disney Plus. Never gonna get that back because, well, for one, not just because Disney's kind of woke, but also because it's not really that worth it anymore. I mean, like, what shows do they have on that that's worth it?
The Mandalorian?
I've seen the season 2, 1 from 2. Season 3 was bad. I don't have faith in 4.
All the classic movies?
You can get those on DVDs.
Yeah.
You could get anything on physical media. You just gotta work for it, basically. Like, physical media, that should have been a past. Now it's our future.
Oh, gee. Anyway.
Yeah, like, remember, it was like Netflix. This is how it all went. Netflix was like, "Hi, I'm Netflix." You were like, "Oh, looks like I don't need you guys. Looks like I don't need you guys anymore." Throws away DVDs. Then Disney sees, hey, Warner Bros, hey Universal, you guys wanna get in? Yeah, we are also streaming services. Well, I guess I'm a pirate. I'm getting my DVDs back.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Up next, the first one of round 2, Kamala Harris versus Ruben Gallego. Kamala. I mean, the only reason Ruben Gallego won this round is because I don't think AOC, I think, is even less likely than him.
Yeah, sorry, my brother just called me. He wants me to be quiet.
Kamala is moving on to the
yes, my friend. It's 2 sheds. Okay. Jeez.
All right. Up next. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Up next is JD Vance versus Ted Cruz. I think Ted would probably give JD Vance more of a challenge than Josh, but I think JD Vance would still outdo it.
Okay, here's how I think it would go.
Oh.
My brother doesn't want to hear it, but I'll whisper it.
All right,
okay, so here's how it would go. Basically, so Ted, JD comes riding in on horseback. Ted also comes riding in on horseback. They're both on horses. You might actually scratch it. They're both riding on elephants.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This sounds like either, I don't even know where this is going. Basically, they're doing a joust, and well, they are fighting with poles. And oh no, JD has something that Ted doesn't. Vice presidency. He impales him with his V.
Oh, gee. Yeah, I feel like Ted Cruz would give JD Vance more of a run for his money, but I think JD Vance would top him.
Yeah, probably.
Up next,
Yeah. Oh,
Andy
dude,
Bashir versus Gavin Newsom.
All right.
Definitely Newsom.
Yeah, Newsom. Dude, don't do that. I'm talking to my brother. He's just, dude, stop. Can you go downstairs?
Yeah, we're making videos here.
Yeah. He's literally twerking.
All right.
Uh,
Up next, Marco Rubio versus Tim Scott.
okay, you want to hear quickly what my thoughts on who is Gavin Newsom going against?
Andy Bashir.
Okay, so Gavin Newsom, dude, don't you almost touched me. Anyways, so Gavin Newsom would just stop. You know what? Forget it. Gavin Newsom would come in riding on a mule or a donkey, if you will.
This again?
But this time, instead, he would use his secret weapon.
What?
The podcast bombs. And he bombed then he bombed him. And slightly bombed California, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, anyway. Up next, Marco Rubio versus Tim Scott. Marco,
yeah, okay, so, wait. I'm not going to do the same thing, but here's how it would go.
Wow.
Okay, so Tim Scott is on his SS. Okay, who is it again? Who won?
Secretary of State, I think he is.
Who won again?
Who won? Tim Scott versus him.
Okay, so Tim Scott is on. Okay, so Tim Scott is the iceberg. Marco Rubio is the
Titanic.
No, he's the Tim Tanic.
So Marco Rubio would sink him.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, Gretchen Whitmer versus Cory Booker.
Okay, so picture this. Cory.
I think this is a hot take, but I think Cory Booker might overtake her.
Okay, so Cory, he creates a TV show called Cory in the House.
Cory in the White House.
Cory in the White House, sure. But basically, he creates that.
He's actually the president.
He brainwashes everyone into thinking he would be a great leader, even though he has no idea what he's doing most of the time.
Unless he gives the longest filibuster of all time, then he absolutely
does. And most of the show is just him talking, interrupting his cast members, interrupting the staff, talking over the narrator, talking over the end credits, talking over the intro, talking even over the commercials.
All right.
So he broke everything. He broke the news. He broke the network by talking.
All right. Up next, Ron DeSantis versus LC Stefanik. Ron wins with no difficulty.
Picture this. Ron DeSantis. He's riding in a sports car.
Are you gonna do this for all of them?
Maybe. Okay, maybe I'll leave it for the last two.
All right. I think Ron wins this one with pretty much no difficulty.
Okay, maybe if we ever do that lolcow thing, I should do the epic stories.
Yeah. All right. Up next, JB Pritzker versus Josh Shapiro.
Okay. I mean, can I do one?
I'm from JB's home state, but definitely Josh.
Okay, can I actually do one? Josh, JD Pritzker is eating a pretzel when suddenly Josh walks up to him and is like, "You are now the pretzel." He twists him and eats him. Oh no. Oof. That's stupid, I know.
All right, last one for round 2. Kristi Noem versus Doug Burgum.
Dude, stop. Dude.
Secretary versus Secretary. Secretary of Homeland Security versus Secretary of the Interior.
Yeah. I'll say
Kristi Noem would probably take this one.
I guess. I don't even. I can't believe. Okay, now we see who the last two are.
The quarterfinals. Up first, Kamala Harris versus Gavin Newsom.
Okay, I'll just say Gavin Newsom because.
Yeah, I think after Harris lost, Gavin Newsom would probably move on above her.
Oh my god, dude. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere else to talk.
All right.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, so
All right. After that, JD
okay,
Vance versus.
so let me. Never mind. I'm saving it for whoever's left.
All right. Next, JD Vance versus Marco Rubio.
JD.
Yeah, I think probably this would be a similarly difficult one as to Ted Cruz, but I think JD Vance would probably move ahead.
All right. Okay.
Up
I'll
next,
just be honest here. I feel like JD Vance is going to be our final candidate because, well, come on. Anyways, who was our last? Who are
up
these two?
next is Cory Booker versus Josh Shapiro.
Corey, because Corey's going to make Josh commit. He's going to commit. Oh no.
Honestly,
He's
I
going
could
to
go
commit.
either way.
He's going to commit.
I feel like as time goes on, Corey will push further more and more.
Iricide.
Like it's now or never for him.
Yeah, he's going
Even
to
though he's not really
iricide
that
because he
old.
doesn't want to hear Corey talk to him anymore.
I guess Cory Booker moves ahead.
Yeah, I'll just be honest here. If what you're saying about Corey's filibuster works, just imagine what he would do if just imagine if Corey was an essay YouTuber.
Well, he'd be good at that in a different timeline.
You know what else he would be terrible? You know what he would be worse at?
What?
This would be the worst job for him. A mime.
Oh, you're right. You're right. All right, up next, Ron DeSantis versus Kristi Noem.
Okay, let's say. I'll just say
I think
Ron, mostly because
he's more well known.
What?
I feel like he's more well known, more popular overall.
Yeah, that, and also because.
Well, depending on the crowd.
Yeah. Plus, wait, what are you saying?
I said depending on the crowd. Like Ron DeSantis is very much a love him or hate him kind of guy, but I think he can get this far just by the people who love him.
You know what I think is funny about Ron DeSantis?
What?
You know his "Don't Say Gay" bill?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that was I was shocked to find out it was like the same thing at the ban of anime. In that it wasn't really what people were making it out to be. You want to know what it really was?
What?
Okay, so it was more so "Don't Say Gay" in the classroom bill.
Oh.
That's basically what it was. Basically, it was that. It wasn't you couldn't be gay. It was more so that. I mean, it could have devolved into that, but
it might. We've yet to see, but
like honestly, you know, I'm not homophobic or anything. Like, but like I've seen a lot of insanity that I'm like, jeez. Now I see why there's people. Like, I'm not homophobic. Like, but I could see why some people hate gay people.
I don't.
Like,
all right. Anyway, last one for Democrat.
When you see this, like, I don't know. It's just I feel like gay people should probably start knowing when to quit it. Like, I know there are gay people who know that. Yeah, we should probably stay calm, and they have. And those people I respect. You want to know one of them?
Who?
There's this one gay guy online that I have so much respect for.
Who?
Okay, I'm trying to think. What was this YouTuber's name? Like, he was like this. I don't know. Like, he was this YouTuber I saw a while ago. He made. Oh yeah. Schaefer-Illis. He's gay.
He's not gay.
Dude, he is gay. Look up
He's
his.
asexual, I think.
Well,
he has a girlfriend.
Technically speaking, if he's part of the LGBTQ, so
he is part of it, yeah, but he's not that specifically.
Okay.
All right.
I'm saying those are the type of people I like. You know, the ones where, oh, I didn't know you were gay, and they're like, good.
All right. The last part of the semifinal here.
Like if people were saying, hey, I didn't know you were straight, I'd be like, good.
All right. We're up to the semifinals. Up next, Gavin Newsom versus Cory Booker.
Okay.
Who will be the Democratic candidate?
Okay, I'm just gonna say, I don't know. Like, let's say this. Cory Booker does this. he goes up to Gavin Newsom, proceeds to give him a long-winded rant about fire and how it kills people, and and how he should, and how fire has, and how fire trucks were built, and how fire engines, and how fire safety became into being, and how fire safety should be maintained. And this is all 10 hours in, by the way. And then he says, then he proceeds to lay accusations about him not really doing good at his job. That's how I feel like it would go.
All right.
Okay, I'm just gonna say Corey will do it, but
I feel like Gavin might outdo him now, but in the future, I don't know.
okay, let's just say Gavin, but that's more because Gavin seems like he's like Bill Clinton, but without a sex scandal.
Yeah, that's can't go wrong there, I guess.
I mean, if you're Bill Clinton without that, you're essentially the Democrats. You're the only hope for
You're the Hail Mary
party at that point.
All right.
I mean, that's why I think Obama was their last hope. That was their last good president. Before
I mean, they've only had one since.
Yeah, fair point. But like, if they get another one and it's as bad as Biden, well, can I say that it was their last good one?
I mean, he was okay, but
dude, Biden literally, I think if I recall correctly, Biden like fell asleep when Hawaiian victims' houses burned.
I don't think that was happening. Like, I think that was probably in the middle of the night when he was falling asleep anyway.
Yeah, I know, but like,
given the time zone change.
But like, I fall asleep in class, but I don't think I would fall asleep at like if you were to tell me that I'm going to some kind of memorial for something horrific, I would like, I don't know, like I'd take like shots of coffee into my veins.
All right.
Yeah.
For the Republicans, it's J.D. Vance versus Ron DeSantis.
Okay, let's just say this. I feel like J.D. Vance will beat him because of one reason.
Why?
As you said earlier, Ron DeSantis is a love him or hate him guy.
Yeah, I feel like that got him this far, but not here.
J.D. Vance, well, the only people who really hate him are usually people who are far left, and the rest just mildly dislike him. Like you.
I feel like that's kind of with Gavin Newsom. Like, the only people that really hate him are like the far right, but everyone else.
I don't hate him, to be honest. Like, I feel like Gavin Newsom just sucks at his job, and he's trying to, rebrand himself. But now let me do my epic. Let me set the scene.
I feel like one major gaffe in this race would probably give the other the presidency at this rate.
All right, fun fact. I actually made a prediction that this one would be what would happen, Gavin versus JD.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just set the scene. It's Capitol Hill. The Washington Monument is crying out in anguish, saying, God, what has this country become? This is really sad, but then suddenly two rival knights come out. One of the knights is dressed in red. His name, J.D. Vance, son of a crackpot mother, survivor of trauma, and then there was the Blue Knight, Gavin Newsom, son of, what was Gavin Newsom's childhood?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Let's just say this. Gavin Newsom, burner of cities and podcaster and a podcaster of
The Last Hope.
These two rival knights gear up for their battle with their supporters. One's wearing red Make America Vance again. And the other's wearing blue hats saying Make America you're gonna hate me for this. Burn again.
That would be kind of based if the Democrats tried to use their slogan against them.
Yeah. Okay. And then they come in, and now they're setting up for battle. Their campaign. Gavin Newsom and JD Vance eye each other down as they race towards the White Castle symbolism, as you can see. And then suddenly, a dragon falls down from the sky. His name, Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
Yeah, he destroys America. The end.
Oh.
So basically, there is no winner. America gets conquered.
But then Newsom burns his way out of the dragon and becomes president.
Who?
He uses his burning power to burn out, out of the stomach of the dragon, then out of the body of the
Who's
dragon.
Newsenberg?
I said burn.
Okay. Yeah, I do like eating those things. I know what you're trying to do, though.
The very thing.
Okay, so someone told me, hey, do you like eating a certain fruit?
You mean the bananas?
No. Check out chat.
Do you like eating grapes? I'm not falling for that.
I know.
Oh, here we go. Now we can compare our results. 41% of readers picked Newsom for this stage. Only 5% of readers picked Cory Booker for this stage. 41% of readers picked JD
I mean,
Vance
this
for
is
this
CNN,
stage.
keep in mind.
30% of readers picked Ron DeSantis at this stage, and then 15% of readers picked Newsom at this stage.
You know what the funniest part about this is?
What?
Probably the fact that CNN is letting us have this. Like,
actually, let's see how many people pick JD Vance as this. Only 10%.
10?
10% of people who filled this out said JD Vance will be their pick, then 15% said Newsom.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Either A, JD Vance is only I like him, or what?
Well, 10% of people is not a small number.
I know, but it's still.
Let's see what his first competition. That's not his first competition. Let's see what Josh Hawley got. Only 1%.
Okay. Also, so quick question.
Yeah.
Okay, can I show you? Okay, before we end stream, can I also,
What do you want to ask me?
can you check out this one thing I have found?
What is it?
All right, so there is possibly a bizarre website called TimeCube.
Can you send me a link?
Yeah, sure. I'll send you the link. The linky. Okay.
I have my text open right now.
This is TimeCube. Possibly the dumbest website ever. Okay, let me try and find a link to it. So, actually, there's a Wikipedia on it. Let me send you the wiki link. Let's just say it is the dumbest conspiracy theory ever. That's all I'm gonna give you. Check it out. Just react to it on stream. I want to see your reaction to it.
I feel like I've seen this.
Just share it. It's not inappropriate. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
I really want to find the original website though. Look.
It doesn't really look like there's much of substance here.
Go to links.
Links?
External links.
Oh, external links. Oh, here it is.
Oh God. Here we go. The beautifulness.
Oh, it's in the Internet Archive.
Look at this. What is this, right?
I think I've seen enough.
It's stupid, right?
Yeah. Anyway,
You want to know what the best part is?
what?
This is insincerity. That whole
Oh,
website was
jeez.
sincere.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah,
this
sorry.
is quite a stream.
Yep.
Uh, I'll see you next time. This has been
Yeah.
Two
Next
Shags.
time we should wait. Next time we should do a story time stream in which we make up a story.
All right.